You guys you're on a really nice roll right now. You're hitting well. Everybody is kind of bouncing back. And not to be Mr. Negative here, but how do you guys, once this homestand is over, how do you guys make sure you don't slide back into the 4-22?
I don't think there's any formula. Guys just have to play well. I think that's just what it comes down to. You can do all the preparing you want and all the machine. I know I talked about it last time, the machine, and I get 2 wins on the road. So it's like, at the end of the day, it just comes down to if you're playing well or not. And for some reason, it seems like we never play well on the road. I really don't know what else to say. I can play well. I was chasing it. I wasn't having good at bats. For some reason, when you're home, you're comfortable. You're in your apartment. You're showing the field at one. You're chilling. Like, you just feel comfortable. I don't know. We just gotta be comfortable out there and definitely not think about our road series or our road record. We just gotta play, and it's gotta be up to each guy.
Okay, and one more for me, Joshua. Could you just comment on the job that your starting pitchers have been doing? I mean, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it's been amazing, particularly at Coors Field. What's the confidence level right now of you guys on the position players in your starting rotation?
Yeah, I mean, even in New York and Pittsburgh, man, besides a couple of games, but they kept us in the game almost all night, almost all game. That's the only thing you can ask for as an offense to keep us in it. And it's up to us. We got to be able to score 4, 5, 6 runs, 7 runs a game. Especially with some of the teams we're playing. And these guys are keeping us in the game. And especially Senzo the other day, gave him a couple and put him out there. You got a sack bump, got 2 RBIs out of it, finished strong. And that was huge, man. I feel like in the beginning, maybe that doesn't happen and they kind of think spiral, but Senzo gave up, he was still right in there. That's what we need, man. We need a bunch of dogs out here. And I think especially with Freeman, I think Freeman brings that bulldog mentality, and he kind of rubs off on the other guys. And we've seen it this home series, but it's a good armor that they did yesterday. And, we just got to put good at bats together, man. It's like the opposite. Our pitchers are valid for us, and we got to score some runs. So it's been great.
Great, thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Danielle.
Hi, Joshua. I remember you saying when you were going through your slump earlier this season, Garrett Hampson was one of the people who kind of kept you positive and was kind of there to comfort you. I know every player kind of reacts to things differently, but when he was going through his little bit of a slump, what does he need from his teammates? Like what helps him get out of it?
Yeah, I think for all of us, quote unquote, young guys, me and Rod, I think for us, it's that confidence. It's that when you feel like you're doing bad, you feel like the whole team's, the whole organization, the whole fan base is like looking at you like, this guy is gonna hit again, and you feel that, whether people play or not, it's just, we're human, we feel that. So for us, I know for me in camp, it's like reminding him, like, hey man, like, get back to what you're doing, right? Get back to playing free and nobody plays well stressing out or thinking about getting a hit. That's never happened, So for us, it's just that confidence. It's not so much swing mechanics. It's not so much, what I got to do in the box. It's like, hey, just be free in the box and just give each other confidence. I think if I know this, these past 4 games starting in Pittsburgh, we've been definitely doing that, talking to each other. Hey, we got this nice at bat, or hey, nice swing, and we missed a pitch and just missed a pitch, and someone comes up and says, "Hey, man, that was a great swing. You just missed it." Like, that means a lot to a guy, a guy who hasn't established and hasn't had all that success. So as long as we keep that up and just build each other up, and I think we'll stay up. We'll stay positive.
Thank you.
Thomas.
Joshua, I wanted to ask you kind of a philosophical question here. You guys have a lot of quote unquote young guys. And a lot of times, quote unquote young guys, the goal is to get your performance together to stay in the major leagues over winning. Have you guys though gotten past that? Do you feel like that there's a hunger to win here? And if not yet, is that something that you guys are starting to get, or is that something that's coming?
Yeah, I think in 19 and last year towards the very end, because obviously in the beginning we're in it, but 19 and maybe last year to the very end, I think guys wanted to establish themselves for sure. You want to win, you want your team to win, of course, but you want to be on the team for you guys to win, of course, So, kind of getting your feet wet, and we also had a lot of vets. There was Murph, Knowles, obviously, DJ, and there wasn't much opportunity for us, but now it seems like we're definitely getting opportunities to play. And I think once you start getting those opportunities, you start to realize, it's more than just about me. Now it's about the big picture. And that just takes confidence and that comfortability of knowing that you're going to be in the big, stay. You're not worried about getting sent down. You're not worried about any of that stuff. You're just worried about performing on the field. And we're obviously not there yet, but I truly believe, I always say this, but I truly believe we're making strides for that. We, I don't think anyone.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was saying, and kind of getting to you, you've gone through a couple of valleys here actually, and you've gotten the playing time to come back. I mean, do you feel like these things, not just your hot streaks, but your slumps and getting out of them, are those things that are proving that you're a major league player that somebody can win with?
Yeah, that's actually a really good point, because whenever I feel like I come out of those, I feel like I come out of almost like a changed person. You're boom, you're breaking through, and you're like, oh, I got out of it. Because when you're in it, you feel like you're never going to. And that's baseball. Everyone has slumps. I think Mike Trout was 1 for 20 this year at one point, and everyone was freaking out. And it's Mike Trout. So when I go, over 10 or over 12, obviously, I'm a little upset. I want to get a hit, but at the same time, I know that, if I get the opportunities, I'm going to come out of it. And I've done it a couple of times, and it's obviously not fun to be going like that, but to know that I have the ability and I can reset myself to come out of it, it gives me a lot of confidence to kind of play free and know that, it doesn't really matter my outcome right now. I know I'm prepared, and I know I'm going to have, play the best of my ability and have the best.
And also, when you've gone through the offensive slumps, how do you keep from taking those to the defense? Because numerically, you're doing really well at third base, and when you're at first base, it's showing up too. Is that a skill you work on?
That it's when I feel like I'm not doing anything at the plate, you get a sense of, am I helping this team? And for me, I know I can help this team tremendously defensively. I know that, if I have an 0 for game, but I make a couple of good plays and I save a run, I mean, that's just as important. You're not going to get a hit every day. You're not going to get an RBI every day. I think everyone knows that. So, you got to do something else. You got a base run, you got to steal, and that's why Ham's so crucial. Is and all you got to do is get on base and steal. And for me, it's that defense. I think. I always got that from Knowles, and he kind of preached to him, and you have to play both sides of the ball. You're not always going to get a hit, but you can always make a play. So that's always in the back of my head for sure.
Hey, last one for me. Charlie said this yesterday. He thought that even the home run he hit, he crushed it, and it just went over the wall. And maybe the old baseball, it would have gone farther. Which is the bigger issue right now? The baseball not going as far, or the extra revolutions that people may be getting from using stickum? I'm sorry, I'm old. I actually remember that. But something like that. What's the bigger problem?
Well, I feel like since nothing's really happening about the stickum, it's evolved. Last year, I just don't understand. This everyone's complaining about strikeouts and all the averages down, and it's like, well, they got worse balls, and now stickum stuff. So I don't know why people are surprised why the offense is down. We got the hitters got penalized for hitting homers, I guess. I don't know. it stinks because you're right. Because Charlie hammered that ball, and I'm thinking, oh, that's off the wall, but there's no way that's going. You know, and that sucks, especially in the natural gas or last year. You know, makes it that much harder. But and probably the balls, because you know the balls are it's something MLB did, you know, not some players are. So.
Thanks, Joshua.